Hey guys, Andrew Strout here in the sideboard. I'm here with Dylan Donegan.
Hey.
Your Season 4 Invitational winner, and we are here to talk about your Legacy deck.
Yep.
So your deck of choice last week at the Invitational, Blue-Red Delver with a slight touch of black for Cabal Therapy.
Yes.
And here we are again, Blue-Red Delver.
Why not run it back again, just
Sure.
like my standard deck. Blue-Red Delver, I think it's the strongest Delver variant. I always play Delver in Legacy for the big tournaments. It's just what I'm super comfortable with.
Okay.
Young Pyromancer, best creature in the deck, I think. Delver, stock, have to play it. Monastery Swiftspear, awesome as well. So.
All right. The blue cards. You're a blue Legacy deck.
The
You're
best
gonna
blue
have
cards
these.
in Legacy. You know,
Sure.
just can't play without 4 of each of these.
Sure. Or 4 of each of these, I think.
You really,
That's like
yeah, true. You know, these are all just the best, some of the best cards in the deck, and
Okay.
yeah,
So
never
you-
could cut one.
So mono good cards.
Yeah, exactly.
So far.
So these are some of the changes I made. I trimmed down to 2 days. Days was like pretty unimpressive in the deck without Wasteland. You know, drawing multiples kind of stinks, and I talked a good bit with Jacob Wilson this week, and he suggested I play Spell Snare for Tarmogoyf and Stoneforge Mystic. They're like some of the biggest problems for the deck. I think it's a really good addition. I'm excited to play with it.
Okay.
And Chim to Forkbolt as well.
Sure. And then main deck Pyroblast.
Yeah, 2 instead. I played 1 last weekend, but I think there's going to be a lot of blue decks at this tournament, so I'm excited to main deck 2.
Okay. Then we're going to take a look at the mana base. We see Bloodstained Mire. We see Polluted Delta, but we did not see any black lands.
Yeah, trying to trick people. These are also a new addition to the deck. I didn't play any basic lands last weekend, but there's a card on my sideboard we're going to talk about later. I wanted to play this weekend, so I decided to add the basics.
Okay. Before we take a look at the sideboard, let's talk a little bit about how you arrived at this deck and really more about your preparation for this particular tournament. Because again, this is a small tournament. A lot of people, like a lot of the players in the tournament, they know each other. You can put a lot of players on a pretty narrow range.
Yep.
So what kind of like jukes and like skullduggery was involved in assembling your deck here?
Well, I've played Delver for the last 3 years in Legacy, as long as I can remember, to be honest. So I always just wanted to play the strongest version of the best Delver deck. Prior to we registered our deck list at 12 p.m. on Thursday, and I actually registered a Grixis kind of control deck. Basically, it was this type of deck without Delver of Secrets, Young Pyromancer, main deck Cabal Therapy. It's the deck Kevin Jones is playing, who I'm working with for this event. Had the deck registered 11:55 a.m., and I'm sitting in my psychology class just thinking, wow, this might be a horrible mistake. I should really play Delver. I really should play Delver. And I run out of my classroom and start emailing Jared Silva my new deck list.
All right. So last minute, we went back to the old standby.
Yeah.
All right.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Sure. And let's take a look at the sideboard. Of course, we saw no black lands, so there are no Cabal Therapies here.
Yeah.
But we've got a little more spice here. So let's take it from the top. Let's go card by card here.
Sure. So because I cut Cabal Therapy, we needed another card for combo. Flusterstorm is great. It's not as good because Cabal Therapy plays so well with your Swiftspears, with your young Pyromancers. It's great. You know, you want to be casting spells on your turn when you have Monastery Swiftspear in play. So Flusterstorm's a little worse than the deck, but you still need something for the combo decks. I think this is the best card for it.
Okay.
Grafdigger's Cage, I played 2 last week. It's great versus Elves. It's great versus Reanimators, Storm. You know, I wouldn't play less than 2.
Sure. And then the Pyroblast up to 4.
Yeah, played 3 last week, but again, I mentioned I think there's going to be a lot of blue decks at this tournament. I wanted 4 in my 75.
All right. On to Sulfuric Vortex, a 1-of.
Yeah, I played 2 last week, but it really did overperform for me, but I had to make room for Vendilion Click. I love the Vendilion Click. I've basically played, besides last weekend, I've played it in every Legacy tournament. I have 1 Vendilion Click in my sideboard for every Legacy tournament for basically the last 2 years. And last week I was thinking, man, I really would probably have boarded Vendilion Click in versus almost every round. So
what you're telling me is you've played Vendilion Click in every tournament, and you've never won the tournament, and then the one tournament you didn't play Vendilion Click, you won.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Sweet. All right. Well, we have a Vendilion Click, so we're breaking the cycle. It's all good.
Yeah, and
right.
Hydroblast stock. Great. It counters Red Elemental Blast. So.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. And then Price of Progress.
Yeah, this is a new addition. That's why I'm playing the basic lands. I think there's going to be a lot of Jeskai Stoneblade decks, some bug decks here, you know, maybe even lands if people are metagaming, because that's I think a great choice. And price is great. I didn't play it last week, so I think people probably won't play around it, which is really the main reason I wanted to play it.
Okay.
Electrickery, played it last week. It was great. young pyromancer mirrors. That's all I have.
Sure. And then a smelt and a needle.
Yep, these are also new additions. I played a Smash to Smithereens last week. Only reason I did that is because of Chalice to the Void, but I don't think there's going to be any Chalice decks here, so I wanted the 1-mana artifact removal spell, and Pithing Needle, good versus Miracles.
All right.
Wanted to play that.
So basically just running back the 2 archetypes that you played last week.
Yep.
Doesn't seem like the worst plan.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Thanks for coming in and walking us through it.
Yep, no problem.
Stick around. We've got plenty more coverage coming. The Players' Championship here in Roanoke.